Right, Liam Rosenior took charge of Chelsea for the first time tonight against Charlton Athletic of the Championship. At the Valley for us, Mark Scott.
The higher the pressure, the higher the privilege was Liam Rosenior's take on stepping into one of the hottest hot seats in football. And he'll certainly get an early blast of heat if Chelsea slip up here. Amongst Charlton's 4 changes is a second appearance of the season for keeper Will Mannion. Rosenior's first Chelsea selection shows 8 alterations from the loss at Fulham, with Tosin, Caicedo and Santos the only ones to keep their places. Chelsea have gone through from 61 of their last 63 FA Cup ties against teams from a lower division, including their last 22 in a row. Caicedo popped off to Acheampong, who's going to have a hit! It's beaten away well by Mannion. Acheampong, who has only scored once before in his entire career, with a stinger here that needed a firm pair of hands from Will Mannion. Jamie Gittens. Good carry, and not a bad strike either. Mannion down smartly here to keep him at bay. Good direct stuff from Jamie Gittens, though close enough to the keeper that it's always one he should make. That's going to break for Hato! The first goal of the Rosenior reign is a humdinger from Hato. On the stroke of half-time, Charlton undone by a glorious hit from Hato. The first goal of the Liam Rosenior reign is a first goal from the 19-year-old for Chelsea as well. Charlton 0, Chelsea 1. That is a glorious strike from the teenager. Guiu, bringing Acheampong into it. Gittens. Jamie Gittens! Oh, Guiu with a tap in, but he couldn't get there. And now Chelsea won a penalty. Chris Campbell making it very clear that he felt the ball was won. This is what they were unhappy about, and he does get cleaned out, doesn't he? Flighted nicely upfield by Tosin and beautifully controlled by Gittens. Campbell has taken him out. It's a real swipe from Campbell that gives Chelsea the free kick. So it'll be Buonanotte. Oh, great ball! And headed home by Tosin. And Chelsea have daylight now. Liam Rosenior well on track to get off to a winning start with Chelsea. Tosin had a free header, and any kind of touch from there was always likely to send it in. Their side heading through to round 4 of the FA Cup, but there's been quite a few chances directed towards the ownership, and it's not been complimentary. Campbell. Arced into Leaburn! Bree with the air kick, and then behind for a corner. Closest that Charlton have come. Jörgensen stays on his line, and then makes the save, but the rebound's buried! And Miles Leaburn breathes life into this cup tie! The man who joined Charlton at youth level after a spell at Chelsea scores against the Blues to give the Addicts hope. Well, you could argue that there was a player in an offside position in front of Philip Jörgensen, but no VAR, no problem for Charlton. Garnacho. Three in blue up there for him to aim for. And the first time sweep is blocked, the rebound tucked away by Guiu, and Chelsea have their cushion back. His first ever domestic goal for Chelsea. All of his previous goals for Chelsea have come in Europe. This one might well be sending them through in the oldest domestic cup competition. Here goes Fernandez, looking to add some gloss to the scoreline. Laid off for Pedro Neto, who will hit it now and score Chelsea's fourth. And he had pinpoint accuracy that meant that Mannion could only stand and watch as Chelsea hit their fourth at the Valley. It is a happy Valley for Liam Rosenior in his first game as the Chelsea boss. Charlton 1, Chelsea 4. And Chelsea running riot now, looking for number 5, Estêvão. Mannion to the rescue. No, it's a penalty. And Chelsea have the chance to hit 5. A wry smile from Estêvão. I know that it's foggy, but even I can see that this is a foul. Fernandez, a 5-star Chelsea showing in game 1 for Liam Rosenior, and it is the last kick of the game. Well, he said that he was going to ignore the noise around his appointment as manager of the Blues, and his players have gone quietly about their business tonight. Charlton Athletic 1, Chelsea 5.
Can't get carried away off one game. Let's see. I have an idea of what I think this team could be, but it takes time. We need to be consistent. We need to keep our feet on the floor and be really, really humble.
We knew we were coming up against a world-class team, and we had a good structure. We were in the game for long periods of time, but there was just certain things we gave. The goals for us are really poor, and that was just too easy for them to go away from us.
Football, we talk a lot about tactics. What I was happy was with the attitude and mentality of the group today, and that's something that we really need to build on.
Yeah, we'll talk about his role at the football club in just a moment. But Dion, what a start Chelsea made. What a goal.
Yeah, I mean, Joel Hato, he'll never strike a ball like it ever again. The young Dutch lad, 19 years old, scores the first goal in Liam's reign. And look at that. I mean, that's perfectly struck on the laces, Rob.
It's an incredible strike. That you're saying there wasn't a lot happened in that first half. There was a lot of control from Chelsea. That was something different.
Absolutely. Clean. Scored a few of those, didn't you?
No.
Not with your left.
Not my left.
In training.
I just headed everything.
Rob, let's talk about the job that Liam Rosenior has got on his hands. When you look at the squad, what do you think he's got?
Well, some things haven't changed since a week ago. And you're looking at a guy who's tactically astute, he's a clever guy, and he's got to find a way in games to respond for when the opposition change the game. And I think today there was sort of always in control. They always had control of the ball. So it wasn't really asked that question. I think he's got to develop those second-rate players, the players who aren't really in the first 11. Get them up to speed is a bigger thing. And biggest thing of all, find a connection between the club and the fans and the players again. I think that's the bit. We heard it in the game, and I think that's where the discourse is right now.
Dion, what do you say?
No, I think there's the depth is where they're struggling. If they want to go and challenge in the top 4, start winning things, as we were watching that goal as well, I've chatted to Rob about it all day, that if they could have 19, 20, 21 top class players, they will be challenging. At the moment, they haven't got that many, and he needs to coach some players better. And find some sort of consistency as well, Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a quick turnaround for him. There's such a fast time. His coaching is key. The time on the training ground is so short for him.
Yep, absolutely. Right, this